And we are back. So, week 2 of OSL. Um, First of all, I want to say sorry about some inconsistencies in the last video because I know the program I was using, I think I accidentally clicked something wrong, so there were fades at the end of every clip, quote unquote, because we record things in clips, of course. So, yeah, there were some fades in the middle where I didn't want them, but I fixed those. Hopefully, I fixed those for this week. Camera should be the same size. So that's something that bugged me when I looked back at it, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. Probably no one, whoever watched it, didn't really see it. But yeah, so just to preface everything, I've been having a very stressful week for sure. School has been very stressful, but yeah, we're pushing through. I didn't team build as much as I usually do, especially because I had hand issues. Like pointing out, it'd be like the pinky side of the hand. I've been having issues. Like I think it's frequent use of keyboard and mouse while working, but we pushed through a bit. Yeah. So last week, for those who didn't saw, we played Golden and we lost 5-0. Did I think we deserved to lose 5-0? Not exactly. But it happened, and that's sometimes how Pokemon goes. Um, I realized the team. I feel like I want to make changes, but I think with how busy my schedule is already, I think in 2 weeks, once I'm on, I guess, quote unquote, spring break, I guess it'd be more winter break, I'll have time to kind of take a day and, look through the free agencies, look for trades, and kind of build a better team, probably. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to preface this whole thing with. So this week we're facing Mono and the Vancouver Vanillites. Mono won his last week. I think 4 or 5. I want to say 4-0. It might have been a 5-0. But yeah, his team is Jirachi, Hydreigon, Azumarill. I hope you guys don't hear the noise outside. But yeah, Jirachi, Hydreigon, Azumarill, Scizor, Galarian, Corsola, Cradily, Tentacruel, Tangela, Pikachu, Magmar, and Octillery. Also, I recorded this once before, but I realized my breathing seemed weird. So I kind of like drink some water and everything, have G Fuel on the side, which I will drink right now. But yeah, um, sorry if you heard that as well. I probably heard that more, and I hope my lighting doesn't completely change because I think it's the yellow walls in this room that, especially with yellow lights, and then I guess my key light is white, so it's kind of like I think it goes back and forth and what's like what lights, what color it kind of goes to. So sorry about that, but yeah, Jirachi's a very all-around Pokemon. Like, pretty sure a lot of people know what Jirachi does. It can set up rocks, set up U-turn, set up U-turn. It can use U-turn. It can set up, Calm Mind, Power Punch. Wish, Healing Wish is also an option. Paraflinch, very common. I'm okay with every set except Scarf Trick. I think that's the one set I'm kind of worried about for Jirachi. Next up, Hydreigon. Hydreigon's a mon we had last season on our team, Toronto Thwackies. So I feel like I know Hydreigon pretty well inside and out. It's just under 100 base speed. I don't think I have 100 base speed. I think Conf is 100 base speed. Anyways, but Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, Earth Power gets a lot of nice special moves. Also gets Dragon Dance, can run physical if it wants to. Nasty Plot though is a very common set. Gets Defog, gets Roost. Just things. Not much else to say. Azu, I think won mono the game last week because he ran Belly Drum, Aqua Jet, kind of sweep. Trying to think. I think one thing I don't know. I don't think mono would bring it. Also, I'm saying mono. I think it's Monophy, like Manaphy, but don't know. Could be like Phi. But yeah, mono. My main worry would be Perish Trap, Whirlpool, Perish Song, Protect, because Belly Drum, I'm okay with because I have Quagsire, but I think World Trap, I guess Perish Trap would be worst case scenario because I think Quagsire is probably the most valuable member, and we'll get to that in the team builder. Scizor gets, Scizor is Scizor, Defog, Bullet Punch priority, U-turn's very strong. Knockoff, I think, gets boosted by Technician, Sword Dance, Roost. Very good mon. Galarian Corsola is a mon I'm semi-worried about, and I do think he'll bring, just because I don't have very good wall breakers on my team, and I feel like to break something that's so bulky with a Violite, I'm either gonna have to knock it off or just kind of whittle it down. Cradley is a mono brought last week, and it put in some work. I think it set up Stealth Rocks. I think it's one of 3 Stealth Rockers on his team, so Rachi, Corsola, and Cradley. A very slow mon, has a few exploitable weaknesses, I think. Has burn toxic and stuff. So yeah. Tentacruel's a very interesting mon. I really enjoy that mon. You know, it gets Skull, Knockoff, Rabbit Spin, T-Spikes. I think I'm missing something, but I forget. One thing to I should know later, but Tangela's up next. Very budget Tangrowth, which makes sense, but a Violet makes it very bulky, but it doesn't have as good of a move pool. Is something I know. Pikachu's fast. I give big props for Mono picking Pikachu in the first place as well. I think I don't think I worry about it too much, especially because even like my Electric type Heliolisk, even though Pikachu gets Lightning Rod, it's still faster. Worst case would be like Choice Banded Extreme Speed Pikachu, but I don't think that's a set Mono will bring. Magmar is an interesting one. I know in our draft overview podcast, in a sense, I guess it's a podcast, but it's really just a video each season for the past 2 seasons. But Magmar is very good in doubles. I know that much. I know people. I was going to say people ranked really like that mono drafted a fire type. After all, well, one person did for sure. But yeah, I know Magmar's very good in doubles. You know, gets fake out, follow me, and that stuff. Can't follow me in singles, but it's a fire type. It gets. I don't know if Magmortar gets any boosting moves. It might get Calm Mind. I say Magmortar because like usually, I think those movesets are pretty similar. I think it's Calm Mind, and I think that's the only thing. And then finally, Octillery. Octillery is an interesting one, just because it has very solid offenses, but it's very slow and has very bad defenses. And I see my color change, but that's not the end of the world. It has a very good move pool, but it's very slow. So, and I don't think Mono has Trick Room, so I don't really fear Octillery. Just because I said I'd do it at the end of the video, but I forgot. I'll do it at the start. But I believe Mono's going to bring his first 5. So Jirachi Hydreigon is Azu, Scizor, Galarian Corsola, and either Cradley or Tangela. Because I think, actually I'll talk about it in the team builder, which we'll go to right now. This is much quicker than the first video, which, always happens in a 2-take thing. But yeah, first Mono bringing is Quagsire. I don't have nicknames on, and that's okay. I'm busy, I said. But yeah, Quagsire I think is probably the most valuable member to the team. Jirachi has to run something like Energy Ball or Grass not to beat it. Hydreigon doesn't really beat it unless it's Nasty Plot, but even then I'm unaware. I think Choice Specs might be dangerous, but So this beats Azu, Scizor, and this is why I think Mono has to run either Cradley or Tangela, because I think he has to realize that Quagsire is very good against his team, so he either doesn't bring like Azu, which would be very strange to me, but besides that, he has to bring like Cradley or Tangela. Moveset, Scald, Counter, Recover, Protect. So Scald, Recover is probably pretty standard. Protect is there mainly to scout Jirachi's set if I'm up against it. So let's say it's Trick. It's the Choice Scarf Trick I'm worried about. I can easily, protect, scout the Trick, and then I think my designated Mon to take that Trick might be Nidoking. Counter is probably a move I'll change to Earth Power. I know the standard set would be probably like Earthquake and then running Relaxed, but I think as a whole, Galarian Corsola kind of scares me because I don't have good counterplay to it without wall breakers, as I said. So running Earthquake means I run Relaxed Nature, which increases my attack a bit, and that gives Corsola more health because its main, healing move is Strength Sap. So I kind of wanted to run special. I kind of ran a counter at first just because, Scizor still might hit hard, Azu might still hit hard. If he runs like Iron Head or something, Jirachi, I can hit it back with counter, even though Scald's probably better to get the burn. But yeah, might change that to Earth Power. I believe it gets Earth Power. Let me check right now. Also, one thing I noticed is that my keyboard and mouse sounds are pretty loud last time, so I gotta be careful for next battle. Okay, it does get Earth Power, so maybe I'll change that later. Anyways, next mon, Latios. So we're bringing Latios this time, main Defogger, and then I think an interesting set. I'm not sure, but lefties, levitate, of course, and then mystical fire, dragon pulse, and recover. So recover is pretty standard as a defensive mon. Dragon pulse, mystical fire is mainly there for scissor, and it's kind of a huge boon to Latios, who last gen couldn't really touch scissor, had to run like probably like thunderbolt, while scissor, which doesn't get can pursue it, which it doesn't get this generation, but it can still knock off, it can still U-turn. So mystical fire is a pretty nice thing to have for Latios, especially also against Jirachi. I originally had Ice Beam, so when I recorded this, like, not even, I guess an hour ago now, but when I recorded this the first time, I had Ice Beam on it, and I thought about it just because it was mainly for the grass types, but I think besides Cradilly, Cradilly gets super effective against Ice Beam. Ice Beam is super effective against Cradilly, but Mystical Fire isn't. But I decided it's not the end of the world if I run Dragon Pulse. If I don't run Ice Beam in a sense, because I was looking at Hydreigon and I was like, Ice Beam hits it super effectively, but maybe the stab on Dragon Pulse is also really nice. Because I was originally against Dragon Pulse just because it doesn't hit Azu, and I think that was the main thing. I think it's just like it doesn't hit Azu, so I could run Thunderbolt maybe, but I think Dragon Pulse might be the way to go just to get that nice stat move off. Yeah, speed. I didn't do much for EV Calc, so maybe something will change if I bother to do them, just because I should be doing homework, but I'm doing this. Um, I just changed speed tier, so speed is there to outspeed Timid Jirachi, or Jolly Jirachi, or I guess max speed Tentacruel, because they're both 100 base speed. I think that's the fastest thing on his team, so I can afford to lose speed points. Well, unless he's Scarf, but then like max speed wouldn't even matter in the first place. So I'm just running enough speed to outspeed those threats, and then I go for max HP just for bulk, and then just put the rest in the special attack. Heliolisk, I think, might be my win con, or it might be like the most important offensive teammate player Pokemon on this for this week. Electric type attacks are very good. The only mons I really resisted are Cradily, Tangela. I think that's it. Well, I guess Hydreigon, but then I Focus Blast for that. I Focus Blast for Cradily as well. And I guess Pikachu, but Pikachu's not the biggest threat in my eyes. Just trying to think. Running sub. So I realized that if his main switch into this is like Cradily or Tangela, I can kind of sub up on it because it can't really do much to me back, especially if you're running Giga Drain and stuff. That's running like Rock Blast. I think Tangela's knockoff doesn't even do that much. I don't think Tangela gets Earthquake like Tangrowth does, so that kind of helps me as well. So I thought Sub might be a nice tech option there. I could run Hyper Voice. I could run Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is one thing I was thinking, but I think Sub might be better in the long run against Galarian Corsola, just because Galarian Corsola runs Nightshade and Will-O-Wisp a lot of the time, and Strength Stat doesn't heal as much, just because Will-O-Wisp actually has a very low attack stat. So let me take a drink. I was gonna wait, but oh, sorry, what's happening? Not being able to drink right, jeez. Yeah, so it can Will-O-Wisp me, and Dark Pulse doesn't do as much as I want it to, especially with a Violet. I have to knock it off, or I have to whittle it down with Toxic, which I do have on the team, and I'll show you guys when it comes. But I thought Substitute was a pretty nice pick, and I could kind of go over Thunderbolts, maybe Paras on it if I have to, or just wait for it to go down, in a sense, with Toxic. Speed is very similar to Latios, just because, yeah, like, I think 100 base speed is his max, and I have 109 and 110 Mon. We're bringing Ninjas. I should probably change the speed on this. Or I actually think this might outspeed like Scarf Scizor, just looking at it now. Bringing Ninjask. So I know a lot of people kind of, I guess, probably questioned the Ninjask pick because I picked it up 5th round, but that was kind of my strategy going into the draft, kind of pick up nice budget picks lower in the tiers first. We're running dual Wing Beat, Toxic, U-Turn, Protect. So U-Turn's probably the move I'm clicking 9 out of 10 times, because I want to scout things, and especially if I lead with the Ninjask, I can kind of see like what he's trying to do as well, because I can easily U-turn into Nidoking or U-turn into Latios, like we'll see. But yeah, this being such a fast Mon, especially with heavy duty boots now, that's just like the main reason to use it. So U-turn, dual wing beats his main stab besides aerial ace, and Toxic on this Mon just because I think his main switch into this is going to be Galarian Corsola, and U-turn is not very effective against it, but if I can Toxic that, that's going to be huge. Like again, it's like this against Scizor, I'd U-turn out, hit me a bullet punch, like not the end of the world, I think. But yeah, I think that's the main thing. Protect mainly if he runs something like Dragon Dance Hydreigon. think that's the main thing. I probably don't have to run protect. I could probably run sub on this as well. Or I was thinking that one move, then one new move, Skitter Smack, which is kind of like a mystical fire, I think, but for bug types and it's physical. So I thought about running that, but I kind of switched to Toxic, just because I think I need the Toxic on Corsola. Next mon, Nidoking. So it was at this point I didn't know what to really run. Like I knew the first 4 mons are coming. Oh, sorry, and I'll mention why I didn't bring other mons. But Stealth Rock, Nidoking is probably it's gonna be my rocker, and I think just Nidoking's move pool really helps here. I initially had Sludge Wave over Shadow Ball just to hit Ozu, but I feel like against 2 Steel types, maybe Shadow Ball, Sludge is not the best thing. I could have ran Thunderbolt, but I think Shadow Ball is really nice for Corsola. I saw it initially, but I decided it's too niche to run, but it might be a nice lure for Corsola. Flamethrower hits the Steel types, and Earth Power hits. Trying to remember here. I think Tentacruel is the main thing I wanted to hit here. I could run like Thunderbolt, as I said, because it hits Ozu as well as Tentacruel. I could run Ice Beam, it hits Hydreigon, kind of hits the grass types as well, especially because Flamethrower hits those grass types as well. So yeah, and I think Earth Power also kind of sweeps up mons that I kind of don't expect, but may come like Pikachu, Magmar, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the set. I'm still not sure about Shadow Ball to be honest, but I think I'm gonna stick with this just because I think Shadow Ball. I think that Galarian Corsola is gonna be a much bigger threat than I think it's gonna be. And speed, I think outspeeds Jolly Scizor, just in case. Because I think Scizor has to bullet punch me. It can't like knock off. Because I think knockoff would be nice because Life Orb Sheer Force is just huge. But yeah, and I think Shadow Ball gets powered up by Sheer Force. I'm gonna have to check that later. Final mon is Pangoro. Let me take a sip of water this time. I have water and G-Fuller on me usually. It's just like my daily drinks, I guess. Hopefully my breathing hasn't been too bad this time around. Pangoro, I realized had very good matchup against the whole team because Dark type hits Ozu, not Ozu, Jirachi. It gets Gunk Show, hits Ozu. Galarian Corsola, as I said, was a threat, so knockoff. And yeah, fighting. I was originally running a fighting type move. I think I had it over Swords Dance at first, and that hits Hydreigon, hits Cradily. But I think knockoff, it's just a move I'm gonna click many times over, which means I might be able to switch out Scrappy because I originally had close combat Scrappy for Galarian Corsola, but I realized because I think close combat into knockoff kills Corsola, but I think otherwise I think this is fine. Lumber is mainly there for the Corsola, just because if I Swords Dance up and then he goes for Will-O-Wisp, I will be able to recover that and then heal up. Sorry, not heal up, but heal the burn and then still have +2. So yeah, against like Hydreigon, I'll probably click Bullet Punch, just get as much damage as I can, especially because Ninjas can kind of sweep that up. And I'm gonna have to look at Ninja's speed here because I think it might be. I think Choice Scarf Hydreigon still beats it, but I can kind of protect and then speed boost up, which might be very helpful. So that's the team. Speed for this, I think outspeeds Admin Scissors. Or I actually think it's 0 speed Tentacruel, which is kind of interesting. But I think that's a nice benchmark to hit. Just because I can hit knockoff, or I can get Swords Dance, and then if he scalds and burns me, I still get healed by Lumberry. So I think it's a really nice tech there with Lumberry. So yeah, that's the team. Today's Friday, and I just messaged Mono in between my takes, I guess, for this recording. I think we're playing tomorrow night. It's not ideal for me, but I can kind of make it work. And I'm just trying to see. Mons I didn't bring. Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's probably the biggest omission. But it's kind of like last week where I said that against Golden, a lot of his mons have tech options that hit Ferrothorn, and it's probably things that are going to be like prepped for in a sense. So last week, Torn T had Heat Wave, Jinx had Focus Blast. I'm trying to remember if there's something else, but I kind of don't remember the team. That's the only ones I know for sure. But yeah, like this week, Jirachi can run Fire Punch. I don't think he gets Flamethrower, but Fire Punch. Hydreigon gets Flamethrower. Ozu gets Superpower. Scizor gets Superpower. Corsola kind of sits on it. Tentacruel is actually a big one, just because I could think previous generation knowledge, especially Gen 5. Tentacruel kind of sits on Ferrothorn. Gazing and Scaldbird, and then Ferrothorn can't really do much because Liquid Ooze is Tentacle's ability, and if I Leech Seed on it, I lose health. I don't gain health, so that's a big thing. And then against the grass types, you can't really do much either. Especially because they can't do much to me, and again, I think Ferrothorn against Cradily, I can kind of set up all over it. But yeah, I feel like there's other ways to do it with Cradily for sure. Comfey, I think just with 2 steals, especially Scizor around, I can't really bring Comfey. Like, yes, it'd be good against Hydreigon, but it can't hit Jirachi, it can't hit Scizor, especially without hidden power. Like, that's a big, I guess, drawback of Comfey, even though it has priority, which helped me against, like, Twitch Scarf Hydreigon. I really can't afford to bring it this week. And Magmar's not a mon I'm really worried about, just because I feel like Earth Power, Nidoking, Helios, Latios, kind of all wallet. I guess not Helios, but like Helios is faster, can like Volt Switch out. But Comfey can't really touch Magmar. And then Klinklang I decided not to bring this week as well, even though I thought about it for sure. But I think the same problems that apply to Ferrothorn kind of apply to Klinklang, so that's kind of where things maybe go wrong in a sense. That's where like my team building kind of went wrong. Like I drafted 2 steel types, but they both have similar weaknesses. Trying to see Altaria. So Altaria didn't come this week just because I'm bringing Latios, and I think over Latios, even though Latios gets hit by like Hydreigon's Dark Pulse faster, Latios' speed is much more important this time around compared to the game against Golden. Now, Golden, I brought Altaria specifically for Rillaboom because the quad resistance to grass was huge, and I don't regret that decision at all. But I think this week I have to bring Latios just for its speed, and it's I guess not as movable because I think Altaria gets Flamethrower. But yeah. And then Frostlass. Frostlass was actually a very hard omission this week, just because it kind of deals with everything, but it kind of also gets hit by everything. Like Jirachi, I can hit it with Shadow Ball, but it can hit me with Iron Head. Hydreigon, I hit it with Ice Beam, but it can hit me with Dark Pulse. Like I hit neutral against Azu. Scizor kind of beats me with Bullet Punch. Galarian Corsola, I can easily Shadow Ball it, which would be really nice, but I think its weaknesses to other mons really makes it a bad pick this week. And that sucks because I really want to use Frostlass because I think it's a really underrated mon. But I think it's too fragile for this week, especially with all the priority running around. I'm trying to think. Like, Eyesight would be good against Cradily, against Tangle, like, Shadow Ball Tentacruel, you know. Shadow Ball the last 3 months. But yeah, I think that's it. Kind of made this long, but that's whatever. Like, I'll put timestamps for the battle. So yeah, I will see you all in the battle tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live battle. So funny little schematics. So I'm gonna challenge Mono first, but hopefully my keyboard isn't as loud. Give me a sec. I don't think. Because I'm in the sports server, but I think I'm in the sports server. Yeah, I am. So, funny shenanigans. So Mono, like, so right now it's 10 p.m. at night, and the Mono told me, or Mono posted in our draft league thing that he's dropping Scissor for Cobalion. And usually how our league works is that you announce your trade or your free agency drop, and then you tell your opponent so they have 24 hours to respond. Because if you just do it like 5 minutes and right before your match, they didn't prepare for that. So that's kind of what happened to me, and I'm like, but then I thought about it. I'm like, Scizor for Cobalion. That was his trade, and I'm like, well, actually, I think I'm more afraid of Scizor just because of the bullet punch priority. So Cobalion's a more defensive mon, and it's a mon I can kind of deal with as well. Just because worst thing it could do to me, it's like Calm Mind, Focus Blast, Quagsire. Like I don't know, Quagsire walls it still. So yeah, that's fine with me. So I'm like, hey, if you want to run Cobalion, that's fine with me. So if you see Cobalion, he's running with it. If you see Scizor, he's running with it. If you see neither, didn't matter. Let me check. Okay, he's in the sports now. And yeah, okay, challenge, extra. Just make sure this is our team. I didn't change anything. Like I thought, I checked this calc knockoff +2 knockoff on Galarian Corsola, and with rocks it should kill. And usually, sorry, I'm cold again. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting cold every time I'm like playing a battle. Like I'm about to play a battle. Yeah. +2 knockoff should kill Corsola after rocks. If it's what's it called? If it's I'm trying to think. Sorry. If I was adamant because I'm jolly. If I was so if I was adamant, it'd kill 100% of the time. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna post this. Basic mono. Now let's check his team. Okay, so most of the mons I thought he'd bring are here. Except Ozu, that's actually very interesting. But Magmar's here. What does Magmar do against me? Maybe Toxic. So what's his lead? He's either Scarf Jirachi, or he's like... Let me check something. Because I might lead Ninjask here, but I want to see if... Oh, am I recording this? Recording my team builder? No. Okay, cool. Just because it said it was, but I didn't know. Ninjask into Jirachi. U-turn. Okay, U-turn breaks a sub, I believe. That's my main worry. Let's just go like 150, like 252 attack. Okay, it has a chance not to, but I think that's still okay. My rocker's Nidoking, and it doesn't really match well against Jirachi, but it kind of matches well against Cradily. I kind of want to lead Latios, but I think I might lead Ninjask. I'm realizing this Hydreigon is more of a threat than I thought it'd be. Yeah, I'll lead Ninjask, just because the Hydreigon threat is kind of big. So he leads Jirachi. I want to protect, because I feel like his move is the Trick. And if he goes for Trick, it's kind of bad for me. Where do I just U-turn? I'm kind of okay U-turning. Into what, though? Heliolisk, probably? I'll protect. I want to see what he goes for. U-turn. Okay, that's fine. He might be Scarfed, he might be Banded. We don't know. How? If he's physical, then I need this healthy. That's the only thing. So it's kind of like, what do I switch into? If it's U-turn, right? If that does 22. I can do a Wing Beat, but that doesn't really get me anywhere, does it? Just trying to think of what I want to do. Oh, U-turn. 33, is that? So that's 0 bulk, basically. Yeah, that's high roll 0 bulk. Kind of want to go Heliolisk because I feel like it deals with everything. Like, I feel like that has to be Scarf Hydreigon. So I might go Sizz. Sorry, Quag. Sorry, I'm just texting. Okay, yeah, he wanted to Cradily. So if he tries to get up rocks here, my play is Nidoking, 100%. Because then I get up rocks. And even better. Because that's his second play, so I get up rocks. I don't know what his play is now, though. Corsola? How much does this do? I forgot to check if Shadow Ball goes into, wait, did I click record? Yeah. Jeez, that scared me for a sec. Shadow Ball 2 at KOs. So what does this do? Rocks? Infinite Shadow Ball. Especially defensive. Will-O-Wisp. Okay, that's fine. So that's something good to know. What do I go into then? What's his play? Hydreigon? If he goes Hydreigon, what do I do? Because I don't want to go Hydreigon, or sorry, I don't want to go into Ninjask, because I fear Hydreigon, right? So I don't want to go into Hydreigon. I don't want to go into sorry, I don't want to go into Ninjask if he doesn't go Hydreigon and goes for another Will-O-Wisp. That's my main deal. Will-O-Wisp Cursed Body. Alright, I'm cursed as well. I might try for the burn. It might be like no, I need toxic on this. I can't really go for that. Earth Power is not terrible, but he probably has to think I have Sludge Wave. That's the thing. I'll click Flamethrower. Let's see what he goes for. 23. Strength Sap, yep. It's back at full. It's not the end of the world. Because it's kind of like, what's his play from here, you know? I would love to go and Toxic this, but I can't get this burned. This I can get burned, though. Because this can't do much to me otherwise. Yeah, he stays in. Will-O-Wisp? Rocks. Okay, that's fine. Because he's not going to be able to recover as much health. Because I can Shadow Ball freely now. I do want a Flamethrower, but I think I have to Shadow Ball freely. Yeah, he goes in Hydreigon, that's fine. So what set is this Hydreigon? This is the scariest mon on this team. Dark Pulse Draco. I don't think Dark Pulse to the KOs, unless it's like Specs. Quag. That's what I was thinking. Quag. Draco kills Quag. So that's scary. I don't think... Oh wait, no. I have to take away Specs. I keep forgetting with Unaware, if he goes for Draco, it's still the same amount. So I actually have to be careful with this. I should have brought Conflict. This is actually like the biggest Conflict play. Do I need this? I do. I love to got the Toxic on Corsola first, so this is kind of a misplay by me. I think I can't go straight into Ninjask. That's the thing. U-turn, Shadow Ball, Flamethrower. What's he gonna do? I think I sacrificed this, honestly. Get burn? Scarf? No, he's faster. That's fine. Because I go into this easily. Here's my thing. If I Toxic this and he hits me, what's my play afterwards? And being at 56 and being Life Orb really helps me. I kind of want to click U-turn because I feel like it should kill. Yeah, U-turn should kill for sure. He's not going to click U-turn. That's his thing. If he lets this go down, it's stupid. So yeah, I click U-turn. Scissor, that's fine. Latios or Quag? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to this, and then I'm gonna switch into Ninjas right back. Yeah, this was a really... I didn't realize how bad Hydreigon... I know Hydreigon, and... Oh, Cradle, that's fine with me as well. He's gonna Toxic again. I don't have a Toxic Resist, though. That's the sucky part. He has to be afraid of something. Cradle, Ninjas, U-turn, 58. If we get a Toxic on this, it's not the end of the world either. I think I might do that. No, I don't think I can reveal Toxic. You have leftovers? So Protect does nothing really for me. That's one thing to note. It's kind of like, what can I get allowed to get Toxic? I can kind of go into Pangoro. Yeah, and that Gunk Shot's really useless then. How much does Hydreigon... Because I'm... See, against, like, again, this calc is going to be a bit weird. Hydreigon Defog. Well, it's not going to be... Especially because it's Life Orb. It's not going to be max HP. Plus 2 after Rocks. What's it at? 56? Stealth Rock. Bullet Punch, 2 KO, damn. Okay, that sucks. I think I do go. I think I U-turn. Yep, and then I go Pangoro. Take the Toxic. Yep, Lum. I click Knock. I'm just trying to think who do I end with? That's fine. Does BP kill this? Magmar Focus blasting me. That'd be funny. Bullet Punch does kill without a Violite. So I can go into... I can't just kill this, or I can go into like... What's his name? Latios. That was my thought. Because what's the worst they can do to me? Fire Blast? And I recover up. Because the thing is, I don't want Hydreigon coming in on this. I need this for Corsola, mainly. And then, so which ones do I not need? I feel like Latios is the most expendable, so if he goes for like Fire Blast or something, I can kill it still. Because I don't want... Here's my thought process. I kill this with Pangoro. Hydreigon comes in. Then what do? I kind of have to let Latios die and then I bring in Ninjask. Or I go into Latios now and then kill this. I'll BP. I think that's the safest move. So it's not a 6-0. Yeah, but this Hydreigon's scary. But it's going to take rocks every time. So each time I can get this in, because he has no defogger except Scizor, which is kind of interesting. Okay, my question is, does +2 Bullet Punch kill me? Super Power will kill me right away, so that's something. Honestly, I think the play late game might be to get my Ninjask Will-O-Wisp, because I get Toxic to Corsola. Latios, that's what I wanted to see. +2 doesn't kill me, but the rocks are up, so it can. How much do I do with Pangoro? 54 to 64. I think I might just knock. Again, it's like, what can he do? He has to super... If he reveals superpower, that's okay, but he's also lefty, so he might reveal knock. Or BP. BP would probably be his better play. I'm faster and I crit, so that's my bad. So that was slow or no, I'm EV'd to outspeed Adamant Scizor. I forgot about that. That's one thing I forgot about. Jirachi should be faster than me, but I probably think the only thing I can go for is Iron Head. And then Hydreigon. Hydreigon should come in here. Rachi comes in. What does Rachi do to me? I feel like this is Scarfed. Iron Head does 40. I think I go... Does Iron Head kill Ninjask? I think I might just go Ninjask. 77 to 95, jeez. 91. I need more health on... Actually, because Scizor's gone, I don't need Quag. That's something to think about. Iron Head, yep. Do I counter? Do I counter? We'll do it. Okay, so Cradley's in. I think I always go Latias. I could protect, but he gets health back. Am I okay with this getting poisoned? Especially because now... Oh, he has Storm Drain. Oh, that's something I didn't even realize. Actually, I can kind of go this. What does Cradley run? Toxic, Giga Drain and stuff? So either Toxics or Giga Drains. That's like one of his only plays. Oh, it gets recovered. That's fine. Just cause I can Swords Dance up now. See, he's gonna stay in because he can't go Rachi. If he goes Rachi, we're still in neutral. We're still in like a neutral battle in a sense. Yeah, because this is how this is gonna work. Unless this Hydreigon has bulk, it dies. At least I think. 0 plus 2. Oh, it's close, but no. Which one do I let go down? Quag or... I think I'll let Quag go down just because it's more of a hindrance now because I forgot about Storm Drain. Focus miss. Okay, literally, I recover. Yeah, that's fine. This is gonna be harder now. I kind of want to protect. Because what does he go into? Rashi or Cradilly, right? What move can Cradilly use to hit me? Probably Toxic or Rock Blast. I'll U-turn into Pangoro, I think. Oh, I should have. Actually, now I'm gonna try. Should I get the paralysis on this? It can't hit me. Oh, sure that doesn't go through. Okay, that's huge. I don't think Dark Pulse goes through sub. I did this because I thought he was gonna Will-O-Wisp. Like I didn't predict Strength Sap at all. Dragon Defog, Focus Blast will do a lot. So I T-Bolt. Do I predict the switch? Because I have the Volt Switch here at worst. That's the hard part. I can go for the switch or he just... Yeah. Please hit. Yeah. So what's his play? His play has to be hope I miss. Yeah, I Focus Blast again. Okay, what do I do now here? I go this. At worst, this gets Will-O-Wisp. Did I have to? I probably had to. Okay, actually, Corsola, physically Glare. Corsola, T-Volt, no, Ninjask. Does U-turn kill? I hate that this doesn't kill. I have to wing beat, and if he gets health back, then it's huge. Okay. I think I constantly U-turn, because it's kind of like, what can he do? Yeah. What preserves differential? Probably Latios. Latios. Yep. 37. If I want to be smart, I don't go into Ninjas, but I really want to go into Ninjas. Adamant. Latios. Ironhead does 33, so it's jolly. Right? Yeah. Yeah, no. I definitely leave this. So Ninjas takes the win here. Oh. Ooh, that protect came in handy for sure. Sorry for those ads. Okay, so what did we learn this week? Hydreigon's scary. Comp being my fairy type is like pretty. I don't know. There's not. I can't say like, oh, I'm gonna drop Compe for another fairy type because I really can't do that. I feel. I don't think there's many around anymore. I'd have to pick up like a Spritzy. But yeah, Pangoro did really well. I'm surprised Azu didn't come, but I was prepared for Azu as well. That Hydreigon was scary though. Life Orb, I think, kind of destroyed it though. I think the Life Orb, knowing it was Life Orb, I'm guessing the last move. You guys can't see it because of my face cam, but it has Earth Power, Focus Blast, and Draco. Its last move is probably Dark Pulse. If he ran, what's Focus Blast for? Because Earth Power hit. It was probably for Ferrothorn, but I think he should have ran Flamethrower if he was worried about Ferrothorn. I can't think of anything else that would have hit on my team, but I'm not remembering my team. Probably Focus Blast wouldn't hit Frostlass either, just hit Pangoro, but Pangoro dies like Draco. So I think running Life Orb, you gotta run Roost, from what I remember playing with Hydreigon. Like, I'm not gonna coach Mono right now. I'm not trying to teach him something, but from my own experience, Roost on Hydreigon is amazing. Just because, oh, look, my color's changing again. But yeah, Roost on Hydreigon is amazing just because, yeah, that longevity can sometimes hurt you, especially because you're taking rocks or taking Life Orb. That crit on Scizor was huge as well. I want to say that much just because. I'm going to just copy this just in case. Let me try to see if Mono posted it. No, he didn't, but I will post it after this. So yeah, this is a much shorter battle from last week. We only won 36 turns. So I don't know. I don't remember who my next week opponent is, but now we're 1-1, which makes me happy. I'm happy this team kind of worked out a bit more. If I had to make changes, I probably would have put Sludge Wave or Ice Beam on Nidoking just because I didn't realize how big of a threat Hydreigon was, but it's going to be faster than me, so I had to run Scarf Hydreigon if I was Scarf Nidoking if I was going to do that. Yeah. So thank you. I think Quag was nice just because I feel like it was a nuisance to Mono's team. So Mono ran Toxic, Cradily, Hydreigon. I couldn't account for both Hydreigon and Scizor in a sense, but he seemed to be defensive Scizor because he said he was going to go for a Roost, and I can't think of offensive maybe bulky roost, but then even then, like sword stance wouldn't really hit me. So yeah, just to not make this much more longer, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.